So I'm just wondering, since you were saying that housing is a problem for a lot of Americans, there's, as far as I've seen, there's kind of two right-wing housing policies, which is one, we should reduce, how do you say, we should
Low
reduce.
income? Yeah.
No. I'm saying you should reduce regulations on housing, allow more housing to be built, and two is sort of that we should do government-funded suburbia type stuffs. What's your opinion on how we should solve the housing crisis?
Yeah. Well, first of all, we have to stop creating cheap money. So the more money you have in the money supply, money has to find a home, and money finds home in tangible assets because there's only so many tangible assets. So I'll prove it to you. This is why gold, silver, copper, the stock market, and homes are priced more, but they're actually not worth more than they were 4 years ago. So the price of it goes up more because we're creating $8 trillion every 4 years artificially and boosting the money supply. So we have to get federal spending under control, something that Republicans don't want to do and Democrats don't want to do. And the Federal Reserve is just intent on continually pumping in cheap money into the market. So that's number one. Number two, at least in Arizona, we have to take back federal land from the federal government and give it to states, and we have to try to build out horizontally and not as much vertically. So I don't know if that would be popular around here, but in Arizona especially, the federal government controls actually the majority of the state of Arizona. So do you have a thought on that?
The one, I guess, thing about building out horizontally instead of vertically is that there's been a couple of theories posited around. I'm not sure if you might have seen them. It's that building out horizontally essentially means that the tax revenue in municipalities ends up being not enough to pay for the services you're providing.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, it depends on what community and what the income level is, right? And what your social service demand is. But I think we would all agree that there is a cost to hyper-urbanization. And hyper-urbanization is very expensive. I think you get very bad politics for it, but you don't have to agree with that. You get very dense populations. You get hyper-radical ideas. You get a lot of homelessness and a lot more crime. I think that every single person in this audience should be able to own property, have kids if they want, and get married if they want. Those things are increasingly out of reach for a generation. So it's not like, I don't think we have to overcomplicate the housing situation. I think we'd also agree on this, that if you are an asset manager with assets under management, with over $100 billion asset under management, you should not be able to buy single-family homes and rent them back to people. So that's a huge problem, is Blackstone is coming in, purchasing single-family homes and renting them back. I think that's a huge problem.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.